You are likely listening because you'll be using the VI-SPDAT assessment tool with your participants, or you're interested in learning more about how coordinated access for adults and families works in Multnomah County. This video is to provide some context for our coordinated access for adults and family systems, such as why we have this training for service providers to conduct the assessment tool, why we use the VI-SPDAT, and more. Providers of various agencies in Multnomah County often serve specific populations who are experiencing homelessness. For example, your agency or your specific role may only serve families with minors in the household. Other agencies mainly provide services to single adults with substance use disorders. So why do we often train providers in the family and adult systems together? Well, the assessment tool used in each system are almost exactly the same. Many organizations and providers work in both systems, and we're at a point at which we're working to better align the two systems. We talk a lot about the idea of fake silos, that participants' lives and their situations do not always fit neatly into services provided by one system or another. We will expand on this idea in later videos when we talk about eligibility for each subpopulation system. Why do we have this training for assessors? Can't we just read the questions from the assessment tool? The planning process for developing coordinated access using the assessment tool and creating this training in each system goes back a long way, and every one of our Home for Everyone partner organizations providing services to our unhoused community members has been involved in one or both of the planning processes. HUD requires us to use a standardized assessment tool, and for a number of reasons we select the VI-SPDAT. It is not a perfect tool by any means, and we acknowledge the concerns that many communities' unique vulnerabilities may not be captured by the VI-SPDAT. One way we have addressed these concerns was to develop local questions to supplement the tool. We welcome feedback on how our prioritization process can be improved. The assessment tool training will cover some of the tool's limitations and how to conduct it in a way that's more responsive to the people and communities we serve. The Joint Office of Homeless Services and agencies involved in planning this training heard very clearly from organizations involved that if our community uses the VI-SPDAT, the training needs to include a discussion on how to conduct assessments in a more trauma-informed and culturally responsive way. The tool is biased just like everything else, and the way it's written does not resonate with everyone. In order to be more equitable, we have to deliver the tool in a way that, to the best of our ability, makes people feel comfortable responding honestly. It is critical that we talk about racial equity and cultural responsiveness in any conversation about how people access services. You'll see us bring that into our videos and our in-person training, and it's part of a much larger effort to apply a racial equity lens to this work. Like everything else, none of what you'll learn about coordinated access is static. The family and adult systems work towards continuous reevaluation and process improvement for assessments and service delivery. These videos are just the first step in being able to assess people for coordinated access. We hold regular in-person trainings where we discuss using the tool in a more trauma-informed and culturally responsive way in much more detail. Every assessor is required to attend the in-person training. So you may ask when I can start conducting assessments. While these videos are helpful in context setting and learning the basics of coordinated access, how the two systems function, and important narratives and points to know when conducting the assessment tool, we acknowledge that some of the best learning is done in community. We ask that you watch all of the videos we've created and require that you attend an in-person training before conducting assessments. For questions or to find out about the next in-person training, please reach out to the Joint Office of Homeless Services at johs@multco.us or look up Coordinated Access Team Contacts at ahomeforeveryone.net/contact.